Welcome, everyone. Welcome. We're here. It's episode 4 of Later On in the Evening with Danny Bojangles. We're in a new space. Unfortunately, there were some complications. So it was Charles that really wasn't supposed to be within a certain distance of the playground.
It was one party.
It was a misunderstanding. There was a lot of things that got lost in translation, and we had to cut ties with our old network, our filming location. We've moved on, and we're still afloat. We're still doing all right. I think so, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we're here now.
All right. What have we got in store for all of you today? Well, we've got some really exciting guests for you. We've got a real special treat for all of you. St. Nick, Santa Claus, is here today. This is the Santa Claus special, Christmas in July. So we're going to bring you some really high quality Santa Claus content. I think you'll enjoy it. Colin McCarthy, local stage manager, is here to share some of his experiences, his expertise in his field. You met Colin, right?
I did earlier.
Seemed like a nice young man.
Nice young man.
We have a musical guest coming up for you later on. And so lately in the news, P. Diddy, there seems to be a little bit of a shakeup in the courthouse. Doing a lot of the testimony in the courtroom there. And Charles, let me tell you something. What a lot of people don't know, they talk about the freak-offs and what was going on at the freak-offs. Here's what they don't get. The catering.
Exactly.
The catering at the freak-offs is just out of this world.
Last time they were roasting the pig last time.
Just really...
Great.
Really good food.
I love roast
I'll
pig.
tell you what, they certainly make sure that you're eating right for the evening. And I mean, one thing you really have to do when you get in there is, it's just like prison. You have to establish your dominance. You need to go straight into some sort of act with LeBron James. You need to take out the biggest guy. That's what they say.
Oh.
And he's usually the biggest guy at those functions.
I never met him.
He's a big guy. Trust me. Yes. So let's see what else we have here. Lately, Caitlin Clark is in the WNZA. She's a basketball player, and the WNZA I've never really.
It's an MBA.
Excuse me?
MBA. Everyone knows it's MBA.
WNBA.
WNBA.
Did you just interrupt me while I was doing my monologue? All right, whatever. The WNBA, yes, it was just a Freudian slip. A bit of a blunder there, yes. Anyways, before I was interrupted there, Caitlin Clark making some big headway. To be honest, I don't really watch the WNBA, so I don't really know what's going on. I just know there's a lot of controversy, a camaraderie, or also, I think they're also enemies, her and Angel Reese, which I don't really even know who Angel Reese is either. I just know the names because of what's going on.
And who? Who's that?
Angel Reese is her name.
Angel.
And I really don't know that much about her.
Anhi.
So that's what we've got so far. I guess we'll get right next to the next guest. Here's this. You're a terrible person. You're just absolutely wretched, a real, I can't stress it enough, terrible person. You're going around, you're sneezing everywhere, coughing uncontrollably, and you're not covering your cough or your sneeze. You're probably patient zero for COVID and ultimately responsible for the deaths of many people losing their lives during COVID. We've come up with something just for you, tissues. Tissues are a new advancement in technology where they help you cover your cough or your sneeze. You no longer have to be a terrible, dirty person. Again, tissues. They're called tissues. Go buy some. All right, well, Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Later On in the Evening. As part of our ongoing negotiations with the Illuminati, we've managed to pull off something really nothing short of a miracle. It's just a regular old miracle. Again, some favors had to be pulled in for this specific, very special interview tonight. I'm very pleased to bring you, Santa Claus is here tonight.
Nice to be here.
Part of a very special, in-depth interview to bring you. It's quite an honor, I must say, Santa. Thank you for coming to the show.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
It's really an honor to have you here. Our viewers, myself, I have some questions for you. Obviously, really, the world wants to know. First off, let us ask you this. So you became Santa Claus. I understand it's a lot like the Tim Allen film, if I remember correctly. Santa Claus falls on his roof, and there's like a business card left over, and he has to become Santa Claus. It's like a sort of a, I don't know, you pay it forward. Also in that film, I believe, check with the producers here, the child who was in that film, the boy, I believe in real life, he was actually brutally murdered as part of a home invasion. Is that correct? No? Oh, all right. He's actually alive. So tell us, Tim Allen in that film there, is that what it's like when you become Santa Claus?
Somewhat, yes. I happened to be home on a vacation one year, 1986, and my neighbors down the street has 3 little kids that their name was Richardson, and the kids didn't believe in Santa Claus. So this guy was home from the Navy for the holidays too.
And
so
was this in the North Pole or?
No, it's in Texas.
Texas.
This
Santa from Texas.
is where it all started. It's all started from Texas.
All right.
So what we did was he was doing a program there. It's called Christmas in the Park for the city. So they asked me to play Santa Claus because I was all natural hair and beard and all that. So I was Santa Claus in the park. So he brought the kids to see me, and I called the kids out by their name. And they said, "No, you don't know who we are." So I went deeper and deeper into the situation and said, "Well, your grandmother lives here. Your grandpa works here. Your dad's in the Navy on the USS. Can't remember what ship he's on."
Santa knows everything.
Then your aunt, your uncle is a respiratory therapist, and also your aunt is a secretary, and your uncle is fixing to go in the military. They go, "Well, you really know us, all this," but they still wouldn't believe this, that I was Santa Claus. They kept saying I was fake. So I got with the parents a couple of days later, and I says, "Why don't you give me all their gifts and everything, and I will bring them Christmas morning," to where they get up in the morning with no gifts. And so he fell through that. He went with me with that. So I went to the Cadillac place, got me a red convertible, and I spent hours overnight putting these gifts together: bicycles, toys, doll houses, whatever. And so Christmas morning, I pulled in the driveway and backed in there early before they woke up, and I stood outside the door and kind of ran back to the house where I could see inside the window, watching them. And the kids got up and said, "We didn't get no gifts except for what Mom and Dad bought us, and Grandma and Grandpa." Well, he says, "You didn't believe in Santa Claus when you went to see him the other day, so he just forgot about you. You didn't get anything." And they were kind of upset. So that was my cue to come knock on the door. Well, when I heard the doorknob hit, I just did my ho, 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 ho. "Merry Christmas, boys and girls. Sorry I passed your house last night. Y'all weren't quite asleep yet, so I just passed your house, so I thought I'd deliver your packages this morning." Huh? What? "Mom, Dad, Santa's here." And I says, "Would you like to come out?" The older boy, I said, "Would you like to come out and help me bring the gifts in?" And we had this bicycle and everything, it's convertible and everything.
A real Christmas miracle.
Yeah, and
Yes.
the kids really done it. But
So you started doing this in the 1980s? Is that
mid 80s?
All right.
And I do it almost. I've only done it 2 years out of the whole time.
And once you started, it's really become hard to
It's
stop.
very.
Does Santa have any other irregular hobbies in the off season?
I love to hunt. I love to hunt.
What are you hunting?
Oh, a wife.
Oh, all right. He's hunting for a new Mrs. Claus. All right. Well, where can people find you normally when they're looking for Santa Claus?
Usually, just before Thanksgiving, you can check the media and find out where I'm going to be
That's
at.
Santa season.
Yes. Yes.
So now I understand you get a lot of letters. What's that like? What are people asking for these days?
More modern stuff these days, like MP3 players, the virtual,
Or the VR, the VR headsets.
the VR games, their
People,
sets.
yes. A lot of the incels like
what
those.
they call reality virtual things, what they call those, those there, cars, jobs.
Jobs. All right. Yes. Now, what's it like? What are the elves doing in the off season?
Probably not doing what they're supposed to. They're probably playing around, playing games.
Not
and
very serious.
Yeah, not very serious.
Not a great work ethic.
till I go back down there the
until,
first of
yeah.
August and crack a whip,
All right. That sounds reasonable. Now, real quick, I'm pretty sure, I'm just wondering how this works. I'm quite sure I actually hit one of your reindeers, and I'm sorry.
Shame
Last
on
week
you.
when I was driving my car, again, I'm very sorry, but I'm just wondering, how does that work out? Are the reindeer replaced over time, or?
I think that's the reason you invited me over here to apologize. You ran over one of my reindeer, I think. Is that
Will
why?
you accept my apology?
I'll accept it.
Thank you.
Because we do have replacements.
It's like putting a tire on a car after the tire blows out. That's what I thought when I hit it.
New tread.
Yeah.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
No, we got ones in training that are learning how to fly, and
All
they
right, good.
cannot
I didn't-
fly worth a crap.
All right, good. I feel better about that now. So one of the last questions before you put you on the hot seat here. What's on the horizon for Santa? Where's Santa going in the future in this ever-changing world?
If the spirit don't pick up more and everything else, it's going to really die. It's just kind of going downhill because it's too much commercialized nowadays. But as we go on in life, it's better. I would love to see more families helping believe in a myth than I would in a reality.
All right, great answer to that question. All right, we're going to put you in the hot seat here. We're going to fire off some questions. No, just questions. Don't worry.
Okay.
The seat's not going to get hotter.
All right. I just making sure you weren't hot.
Take a seat.
Okay.
Take
All right.
a seat. All right, so we're going to ask you some questions here, and you're just going to give us some answers.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. Favorite nighttime snack?
Cheesecake and cookies.
All right. Favorite Santa film, motion picture film?
Miracle on 34th Street.
All right, we'll take that answer. Favorite Spice Girl?
Spice Girl. How spicy you want it?
All right, we'll also take that answer. Tomato or tomato?
Tomato.
Tomato it is. So this is a follow-up question to the favorite Santa film. It doesn't have to be your first answer. Who played Santa best in Hollywood?
I don't remember his name, but it's the very first Santa Claus movie out where him and this guy always did this little village, give gifts out to all the kids, and he was kind of like a modern day Santa, or that's back in them days. And then when him and his wife left, they got in a real bad storm, and they ended up in the North Pole, and that's how he got started.
Sounds like a Chevy Chase movie, perhaps, but I don't know.
No, Chevy Chase wasn't in this one.
No, all right. Favorite breakfast fruit juice?
Bloody Mary.
All right. ZZ Top or Aerosmith?
ZZ.
All right. Rolling Stones or the Beatles?
I don't roll stones, so I'll go with the Beatles.
All right. And so lastly, Santa Claus, what's something people don't know or otherwise wouldn't know about Santa? Perhaps something you would want them to know about Santa?
Santa Claus is a very caring person and loves to see people happy. Very happy. We want people to be happy in life and be cheerful and not sad.
All right. Well, I'll certainly take that as an answer. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a very special interview we've been able to bring you today. We'd like to thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Again, thank you to our ongoing negotiations with the Illuminati. Here later on in the evening, we'd like to thank you very much, Santa Claus. And now this.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Real patriots stand up and fight back. The terrorists won, and it's time for us to regain our ground. It's time to toss out the old keepsake coins, The 9/11 commemorative plate, it's just collecting dust next to all the old NASCAR crap. Something, finally, for us. Introducing Trump Cum. It's jars of Donald Trump's cum. Real patriots, put your money where your mouth is. It's time to stand up and fight back. China's going to win, and we need to get our shit together. So, operators are standing by right now. We've got them ready. They're right here. You can buy a few, you can buy a lot. We have a travel size, if you're on the go, or for the more big spender. And then we have the commemorative for the real hardcore, die-hard patriots. It's actually a lot like motor oil when you touch it.
So I heard you were involved in the MLK. Did y'all do him in?
You know, I'll tell you something about MLK. We let him die with dignity. That's one thing we did do.
And?
Are you sitting at home, a filthy, rotten, disgusting scoundrel your family hasn't called in a while because, quite frankly, they're embarrassed of you? You're a disgrace to the family. You're sitting at home, your one-bedroom apartment, you can hardly afford to keep the heat on. You're having your meat, your bread and your cheese together with a little bit of butter in there. And you're tired of the same old, same old. Well, have we got something for you. Introducing grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is a sandwich method where you take the bread and the cheese and you put it on a stovetop in a pan. You heat it up for a few moments. It cooks the cheese and toasts the bread. Apparently they're quite good. So try one. It's a grilled cheese sandwich. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Later On in the Evening with Danny Bojangles. As you already know, I am Danny Bojangles. Our next guest on the show comes to us as part of our ongoing contractual obligations with the Illuminati. We're not forced to have him here. He's not here against his will, but it's a favor that had to be called in, and now we're interviewing him as a part of that favor. Please welcome to the show, Colin McCarthy. And
what's going on?
Colin is a stage manager for the Chevalier Theatre. Where is the Chevalier Theatre located?
It's down in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. That's a very interesting place, I'll say the least, for those that have not been there. So are you originally from Massachusetts? Where are you from?
No, I'm from the seacoast of New Hampshire. I was born
You're
in
from the
Portsmouth.
New Hampshire seacoast. All
Yeah,
right. He's a
true
New Hampshire boy.
True New Englander.
All right. Good to hear that. Tell us a little bit about what you do, Colin. What's the day-to-day like?
I mean, honestly, what I do for work is not your typical 9 to 5. It's not considered like consistent work. It's like just like gig by gig. So like some weeks, I have like 6 shows in a row that I'm working, or I only have 3 shows one week. So
sounds a lot like my life.
Yeah, but when you work at multiple venues like I do, like I work at a few in New Hampshire and a few down in Massachusetts, and also with Live Nation, so it keeps you busy, especially in the summertime. So.
I know what that's like. I used to work in Mick Jagger's bathroom when I years ago. It was
Towel boy?
Many moons ago, something like that. Yes. All right. Now, Colin, I understand you've worked with some of today's biggest and brightest stars. Is there anybody you've really enjoyed working with, or?
Yeah, obviously on every gig, you're not always working directly with the artist. That's only every once in a while. But probably my favorite would have to be Hardy, who's a country singer, which is honestly a genre I don't really travel down to listen to that much.
Sure.
Even though I am pretty versatile, there are country artists that I do like. But yeah, working with Hardy was really cool. I was driving with him and his security guard and driving his team around and stuff. So Yeah, most of the time you're working with the team, but every once in a while, you know, you get there.
So you're getting pretty close and personal with a lot of these people. Is that correct?
Yeah, you know, yeah, like I said, it depends on the gig and venue I work at. Like, if I work at, like, you know, one of the venues I work at is the famous Wilbur Theater down in Boston, you know. I'll be sitting, you know, stage left and off stage with the monitors, and, you know, the artist will be right there coming up before the show starts.
So you've done work for other theaters as well. Is
Oh,
there
yeah.
What,
I bounce
what
around.
notable,
Yeah.
What notable locations have you been a part of?
So, as of currently, I'm a part of the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion up in Guilford, New Hampshire as a stagehand, Hampton Beach Casino Ballroom as a stagehand
right.
in Hampton Beach, New Hampshire. I do work at the Stew Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire as well for under a different contract. And then, so those are the three in New Hampshire, and then down in Massachusetts, you got the Wilbur and the Chevalier Theater. And so out of all those venues, the Chevalier Theater, I actually got promoted to stage manager.
Very good.
So.
Very good. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Colin, tell us, if you can, what's the craziest thing you've had happen on the job? Unexpected chaos.
Honestly, there was kind of one recently. I mean, there's a handful that I could talk to you about, but the one that jumps to mind right away is if you ever heard of the band Guar.
I have heard of the band Guar, yes.
So they had come to the ballroom. They were on tour with Static X, and they couldn't go full Guar, so they weren't like spraying the blood into the crowd, just like a little bit on stage. But
Just
anyways,
lovely, yes.
but yeah, but the barricade, you know, those fans are wild, man. Like
People
you know,
love to have the blood sprayed on them.
Oh yeah, you know, I got a little bit of blood on me, you know,
Sure.
helping set up that production, you know. I
Just wonderful.
got the blood on me as well, you know. I was like, all right, I guess I'm in the Guar family now a little bit in some sort of way, but no, it was fun though. But yeah, no, our barricade like almost fell apart. Like it was insane. Like, and the crowd surfers were like, some people even got hurt a little bit, but nothing too crazy though. Just like typical mosh pit, crazy mayhem and stuff.
Very good. Tell us, Colin, is this line of work, is this something you've always wanted to do, to be a stage manager? Was there something you wanted when you were a child that you were trying to do? Have you always wanted to do this kind of stuff?
I mean, I've always had high interest in music and stuff, but I actually went to school for film production, and growing up, I always had a huge fascination with movies and music and all that stuff. But honestly, no, I like went to college for film production, left college. I worked at a venue just for event staff 1 year for 1 season. That was actually Hampton Beach. And then got a job at a movie studio, worked there for a little bit, left that to, you know, kind of take some personal time, you know, and stuff. And then kind of had a career switch, and then switched to production that following summer. After the first summer, I worked at Hampton Beach, and from there on, I just branched out to everywhere because it's all word of mouth, and you know, it's all about who you know in this industry, as well as the.
We have a saying in Los Angeles, it's not about who you know, it's about who you blow. But I think it's a little different here.
Yeah.
On that note, what are some of your personal favorite performances that either you've been a part of or you've seen just personally?
That's a good question. Probably one of my all-time favorite bands, Stained. I got to help set up the stage up in Guilford, and then later on that night, I went to the show as a patron, and I was in the pit, so it was a surreal experience.
Plainclothes civilian.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh yes. But full-fledged fan.
All right. Is there anything quirky or strange you can tell us about anybody you've worked with that you thought was out of the ordinary? Any dirt you can give us on anybody?
Honestly, right now, I know somebody, an artist that was opening for Usher a couple years ago when I worked for
That's
his.
already pretty strange waters.
Yeah, I know. So this was, you know, before those allegations and all.
You don't even have to say much after that. But
Yeah,
yes, go ahead.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, the artist that was opening for him, first thing they asked me was, "Are you comfortable with buying weed?" And mind you, we're in Boston, Massachusetts, where it's completely legal.
I thought that was going a much different direction.
Oh no. No, so I was like, oh yeah, very comfortable. So
he's-
I got that artist.
He's
And
good friends with P. Diddy, and we know what they're doing. So
no, absolutely
it's
not.
good you were spared
No.
from the
Oh, okay. Okay,
the,
yeah.
the spears
Okay.
of fate. All right, before we put you in the hot seat, final question here.
I think you already put me in the hot seat with P. Diddy
Well,
with the accusation.
oh,
there.
we'll just wait. It's about to get slightly hotter. Colin, what message do you have for people, kids even, who want to get into your line of work?
Start at your local venue where you live as a stagehand. Make personal relations with the tours that come through and your managers, and have them become your mentor. And then just branch out from there. And just like I said, it's all word of mouth. Just you got to be persistent. You know, that's what all it takes is persistent. It's not going to come to you,
All right, very well. Time for the hot seat. Are you ready?
I guess.
All right, we're just going to fire questions off. You just give us the first answer that comes to mind. Coca-Cola or Pepsi?
Coke,
Winter or summer?
winter,
Favorite Weezer album?
none,
Least favorite Weezer album?
all of them.
Favorite color?
Green,
Favorite type of cheese?
Monterey Jack,
Favorite member of the Black Eyed Peas?
Fergie, of course.
All right, it's not up. I thought he was going to say Will I Am. Wayne's World 1 or 2?
Come on, first one.
All right, it's a classic. One thing people wouldn't expect to know about you. You can share a dirty secret, something you never told your family, perhaps a legal offense that you committed in the past. Go ahead.
Nah, I mean, plead the fifth on that one, but I can fold my ear into my own ear.
All right, I respect pleading the fifth. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Colin McCarthy. Thank you for coming on the show,
Yeah,
sir.
of course.
And now this. Are you a filthy, rotten scoundrel who's at home eating meat and bread and cheese? A real glutton. Your family doesn't call you anymore. You weren't invited to your sister's wedding. And it's because they're embarrassed of you. You're a disgrace. And you're at home, you're eating your meat and your bread and your grilled cheese sandwiches, just making a mess everywhere. You're really an embarrassment. I can't stress that enough. Well, have we got something for you? Introducing napkins. Napkins are something you can find at a department store like Walmart. You can also just steal them from a Wendy's like most people. So that was the first time John McCain and I buried a hooker together.
How many did you bury?
Some would say too many.
How many's too many?
I don't even know anymore.
Now, come on now. I hope you did it the right way. You have enough sulfur, ammonium nitrate, deep enough?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, why didn't you bring one to me before you killed them all?
We didn't know you back then.
Well, you should have. You should have looked me up. Boy, Audi, it's going to kill me just sitting here. It is kind of a halfway nice day, isn't it?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Later On in the Evening with Danny Bojangles. I'm your host, Danny Bojangles. We are once again joined by Santa Claus. By popular demand, people have been asking for an Ask Santa segment. So we're just going to get right to it. Santa Claus, you ready for some questions here from the viewers?
Let it rip.
All right, let's see what the kids have to say here. First question, this is Timmy from, looks like an African country. Santa, I have chlamydia. I've had it for 10 years. It's gone untreated, and I haven't been able to get to see a doctor yet. I fear it's getting really bad. Is there hope for me? What
What you talking about on that one? Hope. It's been there 10 years. Good luck.
Apparently,
Good luck on that one. Get to a doctor.
you're not asking me, but I'd also go to a
Buy
doctor.
some moldy,
to see
buy
that,
some moldy
yes.
bread and get some penicillin.
At least some penicillin, from what I remember. It's been a little while for me, but all right, moving on. This one is from Timmy. It doesn't say where he's from. Santa, or Tim, I'm sorry. Santa, my wife, I believe, is cheating on me with my brother. We're going to a family cookout next weekend. I want to confront her in front of the family. What kind of questions are these? What? I want to confront her in front of the family. Is that a good idea?
Don't confront her in front of the family. Just go find out who she's with. Is that the one I was with last night?
It says, I believe that she's with my brother, Chris. I think that she's into him because he drives motorcycles and fast cars. He lives a bit of the fast life. It sounds like a jealousy thing. I don't know if I'd bring it up at the family gathering.
I don't think I would either.
All right. This one is from Braden. It says, Santa, what happened to my Xbox 360 and my Super Soaker you were supposed to bring me?
Oh, that was easy.
That's finally a normal question.
Hey, finally. Yeah, that was easy. I got
He-
to play
he
with
wants the Super
I was
Soaker.
flying around on a sleigh, and the Super Soaker, I was soaking everybody in my way, and I was playing the game on the way, and I forgot to drop it off.
Did it fall off the sleigh, or you kept
No,
it?
I'm
You still have it?
I'm mounted on the sleigh.
Is he able to get it back, or?
We'll have to work on that one.
All right, we'll see what we can do about dropping that one off later. All right,
few
this
years.
next question. This looks like this woman's in her mid-50s. Her name is Gertrude. It says, Santa, I'm experiencing hot flashes often, and I think I'll be going through menopause soon. I'm worried about what's going to happen to me when my body's going through these rapid changes very fast. Again, these are very strange questions.
Quit having fantasies.
What is he supposed to know about this?
I don't know. At that age, she needs to quit having fantasies with Santa Claus pictures.
Well,
She'll get rid of the hot flashes.
that's probably the best answer you can give for that one. All right, moving on here. Next question. Santa, my brother and I came to see you, and you promised us a new Sony stereo back in 1993, but we never received it. Another, and looking for their gifts. Do we know where those are?
Probably still hooked up to my sleigh.
All right, well, I guess we'll have to check the sleigh later on. This next question is from Devin. He's from Illinois. It says, Santa, a friend and I were horsing around with toy decorative swords in the woods a few weeks ago. While playing battle, my sword accidentally pierced him in the shoulder, and a lot of blood came out of him. He never ended up getting up. He's now being reported missing in town, and they sent a search party to look for him, but still no leads on finding him. It's weighing heavy on my mind. What should I do about it? That seems like a very strange question.
That's very strange. You need to turn yourself in, cop up to doing what you did, and find the body that you buried.
Yes, legally, I don't know if we should be asking Santa that type of advice. Again, maybe go to law enforcement. All right, final question here. It looks like it's from Lily. She is from Florida. Says, Santa, I don't want my little sister to receive any presents because she stuck gum in my hair and it had to be cut out, and now I have short hair. Can you just give her coal or skip her this year?
We don't ever skip anybody. We just don't give them exactly what they want.
All right, you heard it right there, Lily. Unfortunately, some things don't always turn out the way we want them. Oh, we have one more here. This one's from Johnny. Looks like he's 11 years old. It says, Santa, I won't bike. I think it's a misspelling here. It looks like he's trying to say, Santa, I want a bike and new video games and new iPad. That's not a question.
No, that's a demand. It's almost like a demand, isn't it?
All right. Well, Johnny, you need to just ask for these sort of things when you have your chance to see Santa. All right, well, folks, this has been Ask Santa as part of one of our extended segment series. We'd like to thank everyone that wrote in, although a lot of these questions seem a bit odd to be asking Santa Claus. So, again, thank you, Santa, for coming today.
Thanks for having me.
And now this. You're a disgusting heathen. You're very disgusting. And you're like a wild animal. It's like you were raised by wolves. You're totally uncivilized, a real cretin, and quite frankly, an embarrassment. You're eating salad by yourself, and you're eating it with your hands. Again, like a dirty, filthy, rotten animal. And it's really grossing other people out. We have actually come up with a new invention for you. It's a new tool and a new way to do things. They're called utensils. Utensils are tools that you can use to no longer have to pick up your salad with your hands making a mess everywhere. It's a much cleaner process, and people won't look at you like they were looking at you before, which was probably terrifying for them to watch someone eat like that. Utensils, please pick them up somewhere.
What are we sitting here for?
That's the thing about women these days. They don't really know what they want. I'm sure you know. It just seems like all these they say they want one thing and then they actually get another. Right? It's like, oh, they want the $100,000 income, and next thing you know, they're getting pregnant by some guy who works at a McDonald's and has a drug habit, and he's a SoundCloud rapper.
Boy, howdy. You gotta leave, man. McDonald's? Couldn't you pick something else better than McDonald's?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
$10 an hour job?
At least it's Chipotle's or something. Shit.
Yeah, that's kind of cheap old job there, man. They'll be on poverty all their life. We have to support them the rest of our life.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is we're wrapping up another episode here at later on in the evening. We'd like to thank you for joining us. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors. Charles, you have anything for the people?
Peace and love. You guys having a good time. I like that. That's good.
All right. Well, we'd like to thank our guests, Santa Claus. This has been the Christmas in July special, and we had Colin McCarthy. He was a very interesting fellow. A lot of good information there, and that's it. Signing off.
One is coming to save us. There's nothing out there, not of any consequence, no difference to be made. The future is violence, then silence. But there's one truth, now is the only thing that's real. Outside of that is darkness. We're so concerned with how we feel, how we feel.
I'll tell you something, Santa. The Illuminati, they're really good people when you're getting to work for them, when you're on their good side, but when you're on the bad side, things can end up pretty messy.
Very messy from what I heard.
Can I tell you something?
Yes, sir.
I personally purchased the silencer they used to blow off JFK's head.
You feel remorse about that?
No, not really. No, but you know what? I think you and I should do a job together sometime. I like you.
Whoa a minute. The way I dress year round,
You're
I'll
not-
be nailed. I'll be in jail. Here
You're
you'll be
not-
shot free.
You're not going to get blood on your hands. I'll take care of you. With Danny now.
Okay, all right, you say so. We'll talk about it, okay?
All the things we need. No one is coming to save